CCC. It's Friday, May 1st, a whole new month, and it is absolutely beautiful outside. So we're going to do our calendar, and then we're going to do something different today. We're going to go outside and see all the new things that are happening at CCC. Some garden stuff, some new stuff that's been built for you. So when you come back, you can be so excited about what's going to be outside and ready for you. So first, we're going to talk about what new month it is. It's a short letter month. It is May, M-A-Y. M for monkey, A for alligator, Y for yo-yo. The month of May. And this is Friday, and it's the 1st. So there's also going to be a pattern this month too. But you can't tell the pattern yet because this is the first day. So we have Friday, May 1st. Yay! Oh, your days of the week are still all messed up because I didn't fix those after Wacky Wednesday. I'll fix them for next time. I fixed a lot of the other stuff, but I forgot to fix these. So today is Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday, a stay-home day, but like we always say, every day's a stay-home day right now. But still, you got to keep track of the days. That's important. So tomorrow is Saturday. Yesterday was Thursday. And we have goals for today, and our goals all involve being outside because it's going to be beautiful today, beautiful tomorrow, and beautiful on Sunday. So your first goal is to find a cloud that looks like an animal. Look up in the sky and see if you can find a cloud somewhere that looks like an animal. Now there may not be a lot of clouds this weekend, but I'm sure there will be at some point. So see if you can, and if you can't find one this weekend because it's just too beautiful, look for it on Monday. Plan a picnic. That would be awesome to plan a little picnic outside. You can make a little sandwich, grab some chips, maybe a piece of apple, something to drink, and sit outside and have a picnic. Go on a bug hunt. See what bugs you can find outside. Now don't pick them up, don't hurt them, don't eat them, but just find them. There's lots of new bugs coming around because everything's starting to grow and be warm and the sun's shining, so see what bugs you can find. Find something new in your garden. If you have a garden outside your house, or if there's a garden in your neighborhood, or somewhere where you can walk and see if you can find something new growing in the garden. There's lots of new stuff coming up right now. Use the word may a lot. May I please have a snack? May I please go outside? May I please put my jammies on? Try to use the word may as much as you can. And walk barefoot in the grass. Walk barefoot in the grass. There's nothing better than walking barefoot in the grass, and you only get to do that when it's warm out. It's not a good thing to do when it's snowy and icy. So walk barefoot in the grass. So those are your goals for Friday, May 1st, and for this weekend. Remember, it's May, it's a whole new month. And it actually looks like we're not going to be back together again for this month. Looks like we're still going to have to stay at home, but hopefully, maybe we'll all be together again in June. All right? Now we're going to head outside and see what new things we can find outside. Let's go! Hey guys, so we're outside of CCC where you walk in every day. And I don't know if you remember last year, but Emily Olson last year worked for hours in the garden planning all kinds of new things for us to see. So if you come up close, you can begin to see all these new things sprouting. Look at all this new stuff. This is some hosta coming up. There's all kinds of new things all over the garden. I don't even know what some of it is because Emily planted it all. But there's new things. Look at this plant. It's got new growth on it. New little plant coming up there. I raked this all out the other day and I couldn't believe all the stuff that's coming up. Oh, and look what's in here. A top to a marker growing.
Emily planted that too.
Emily planted this purple marker so we would have more purple markers.
It's not growing yet. One more month.
Not. I found lots of this kind of stuff in the garden. So look all the way around. Look at all these new things coming up all over the place. We did have a lot of daffodils, but a lot of them are already gone. But we have some tulips getting ready to come up. There's a tulip right there getting ready to bloom. So we've got lots of things. And then these are the bags underneath this. I bagged up all the stuff that was in the garden, and I didn't want it to get wet when it rained. So those are all the leaf bags that we have to get out to the front by next week when they come to pick them up. So they're hidden under here to keep them dry. So now I have something really exciting to show you. When we come around this corner, Carl has been working, building you something that's amazing. So here's Carl, and this is where he's been working. And I'm going to take you back and show you the house that Carl built for you. Carl, can you take us back there?
Let's go.
And here is the house that Carl
What's up,
built.
MTV? Welcome to my crib. This is a new house we have here at CCC. It is also serves as a little restaurant.
Very nice. What'd you build it out of?
I built it out of some wood from my childhood tree house that I took apart because I hadn't used it in a while. Hi, Iz.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, yeah, when you guys come back, you'll have a chance to play.
We get to play with it, and we can put some tables out here, have a little patio, serve up some food from our nice restaurant.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Carl.
have some fun.
Thanks for building that.
All right, guys. Now we're going to head to the field. And Smitty mowed it, and it looks beautiful. So let's come take a look at our field. Look at that, all ready for you to play on. All mowed and green and ready for the first game of baseball or kickball or soccer, whatever we're gonna do out here, it's all ready for you. So we're so excited. And now we have something new to show you. Smitty is actually building steps here, so it'll be easier for you to get to the vegetable garden that he's built for you. So when you come back, there'll be steps that you can walk up. And then you're going to come into Smitty's yard. And here's Smitty.
Hi friends, how you doing?
Good.
It's so nice and sunny out. Yes, this is the start of our garden. We have built our raised garden bed. We've filled it with some dirt and some compost. And the compost that we use is from CCC. So some of you friends who helped us compost over the years, some of you are older now. But yeah, like Kurt helped me compost years ago. And now we use that dirt to make our garden bed. And then we've started some seedlings indoors that we have a bunch of these trays inside, and I only brought one outside because this is the first time that these have been outside.
Why not more of them?
Well, because I can only carry one at a time. And these ones are the ones that are doing the best. So our tomatoes just came up today, and we have broccoli, and we have peppers, and we're gonna have green beans and watermelon and
Yum,
cantaloupe and lettuce and onions and oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much fun. So it's gonna be awesome. Oh yeah, and we have a challenge of the week or challenge of the day, whatever you want to call it.
Smitty's challenge.
Smitty's challenge of the day.
Smitty challenge.
Smitty's challenge of the day. Okay, today we're outside. You can do this inside too, but today we're gonna do some things called plank holds. And we're gonna see if you can do it as long as I can, or if you can do it longer than I can. You can probably do it longer than I can, because I don't know. I'm a little out of shape here. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get on the elbows, and we're gonna try to make our back flat as we can. We're gonna hold it for 15 seconds, and then we're gonna change to a side plank. Are you ready? Here we go. Ready, and go.
I'll let you know. 2 seconds. Hips a little lower there, buddy. There we go. That's a nice straight plank. Straight as wood. So we're 10 seconds. Can you hold it longer than Smitty's? Get a little tired. You see a little shake? All right, good. 15 seconds. Well done.
Switch it.
Now you have to do a side plank.
Side plank.
Ready,
On my
go.
elbow, On
Yep.
my feet. You want to make it easier? Put one leg up here.
But
You want
don't.
to make it harder? Have your dog lick you in the face and put your arm and your leg up. Okay.
Okay. All right, change position.
Now, it's like we're gonna do a push-up, but we're not gonna do the push-up. We're just gonna go like this.
Very nice.
No dog this time.
Perfect. Okay, keep holding, guys. Don't give up. That's the only way to get stronger. All right, next one, final one.
Last one is a side plank on the other side.
Ooh.
So you gotta switch it up. Again, make it harder. One leg up, one arm up.
Hold
Make
that
it
one, please.
easier. One leg down, but the hard one.
Keep going. Remember, if you're shaking, that means you're working hard.
I'm working hard.
Okay, wave goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Good job.
Have a good weekend.
Now we have another new thing to show you, a new way to get to the blacktop. And Carl did this too. Look at the end there. See Carl, and he'll show you what he did.
All right.
Come on, dude.
We'll make sure to clean this up before you guys get back as we make our way.
Still a bit of work to do, but where there used to be a fence, there's now a gate.
So now, anytime you want to go to the field from here, as long as it's open, you can do that. Well done,
We don't have
Carl.
to worry about going through all the big kids and getting trampled.
Carl
We can
gets
have our own path
2 stars
just
for Carl.
for us.
Just for us. Well done,
Yeah.
Carl.
So, since it's so beautiful outside, I decided we'd read our books outside too today. And if you were here, that's just what we do. We'd sit on the deck and do group time outside. So pretend you're here, pretend you're outside on the deck, pretend you're with me and Carl and Smitty and Justin, and let's read this book together. No Jumping on the Bed by Ted Arnold. In his bedroom, near the top floor of a tall apartment building, Walter was getting ready for bed. Before turning out the light, his father said, "If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000,000 times. No jumping on the bed. One day it'll crash right through the floor. Now lie down and go to sleep." "Just one more time?" asked Walter. But instead he plopped down on his pillow and squeezed his eyes closed. "Good night," said his father. He turned off the light and pulled the door almost closed. The room was dark and quiet, except for a soft thump, 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 coming from the room above. "That's Delbert, upstairs," thought Walter. He switched on his bedside lamp. If Delbert can jump on his bed, so can I. Walter bounced higher and higher. On his last jump, his hair brushed the ceiling. But when he came back down, his mattress creaked, the floor cracked, and the whole bed tipped sideways. Then down through the floor fell Walter, bed and all. Now it happened that Walter's bedroom was directly above Miss Hattie's dining room. She was more than a little surprised when a bed fell through her ceiling and Walter landed in her plate of spaghetti and meatballs. "I was not expecting company for dinner," she mumbled with a mouthful of meatballs. Said Walter. "Spaghetti is my all-time favorite." But before he could eat, his bed smashed through the table and kept right on crashing down through the floor. Down and down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, the plate of spaghetti, the bed, and all. Miss Hattie's dining room was above Mr. Maddie's TV room. Mr. Maddie didn't even notice a bed falling through his ceiling until a meatball bounced off his head. Miss Hattie tumbled into his lap and Walter splashed into the aquarium. "I've already had my bath tonight," said Walter. He wanted to stay and watch the monsters on TV, but his bed crunched through the floor, taking the TV with it. Down and down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, Mr. Maddie, the TV, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. Walter's Aunt Batty had just moved into the building. She was still unpacking when Miss Hattie, Mr. Maddie, and a dripping wet Walter tumbled to the ceiling right into a box containing her rare Patagonian stamp collection. When he burst through the bottom of the box, Walter was a sticky mess. "I see you've started collecting stamps," said Aunt Batty as she followed Walter through the new hole in her floor. Down and down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, Mr. Maddie, Aunt Batty, the stamp collection, the TV, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. Patty and Natty had worked 3 days building their dream house with blocks. Afraid that Fatty Cat might knock something over, they carefully shooed her out for the night. Then the upstairs neighbors came through the ceiling. "Excuse us," said Walter, remembering his manners. "We won't be staying long." The words were barely past his lips when Walter's bed bashed through the floor and continued on its way. Down and down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, Mr. Matty, Aunt Patty, Patty, Natty, Fatty Cat, the stamps, the TV, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. The last thing Mr. Hanratty ever expected to see was a bed coming through his studio ceiling, followed by nearly everyone in the building. "If I had known you wanted to see my paintings," he said, "I would have tidied up a bit." But they never once paused to admire Mr. Hanratty's colorful artwork. They were too busy splashing in his cans of paint. Then his floor caved in, and everyone followed Walter's bed through that hole. Down and down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, Mr. Matty, Aunt Patty, Patty and Natty, Mr. Hanratty, Fatty Cat, 17 cans of paint, the stamps, the TV, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. Maestro Ferlinghetti and his string quartet were astonished by the colorful crowd that fell from the ceiling. The maestro loved an audience, even if they dropped in unannounced. But when Walter's bed smashed through the floor and paint splattered everywhere, the maestro wished his audience would leave, and so they did, along with his string quartet. Maestro Ferlinghetti's practice room was also the basement ceiling. It was dark and quiet as midnight down there. Walter squeezed his eyes closed and tumbled through the darkness until he landed on something soft. He opened his eyes. Everything was in its place. His bedroom lights were out. The door was almost closed, and through it Walter could hear his mother and father talking quietly. "No more jumping on the bed for me," mumbled Walter as he lay back down to sleep. Suddenly, he heard a creak. The ceiling cracked, and down came Delbert, bed and all. Down and down fell Delbert. No jumping on the bed.